Air France Flight 447, the crash that shocked modern aviation. On the night of June 1, 2009, Air France Flight 447 departed from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, heading toward Paris, France. The aircraft was an Airbus A330, one of the most advanced commercial airplanes of its time. There were 228 people on board. Everything seemed routine. The weather ahead, however, was unstable. Thick storm clouds stretched across the Atlantic Ocean. Still, such conditions were not unusual for long-haul flights. As the aircraft cruised at high altitude, the captain left the cockpit for a short rest. Two co-pilots remained in control. Then, suddenly, everything changed. Ice crystals began forming inside the aircraft's pitot tubes, small sensors responsible for measuring airspeed. The sensors delivered incorrect data. The autopilot disconnected. Alarms filled the cockpit. The pilots were now flying manually, at night, in turbulence, with unreliable speed information. Confused by the warnings, one pilot pulled the nose of the aircraft upward. The plane began to lose speed. Instead of stabilizing, the aircraft entered a dangerous condition known as an aerodynamic stall. The engines were still running. The aircraft was not broken, but it was flying incorrectly. For more than 4 minutes, Air France Flight 447 fell from the sky. Inside the cockpit, the pilots struggled to understand what was happening. Conflicting alarms, stress, and lack of clear communication made the situation worse. At no point did they realize that the aircraft was stalling. At 2:14 a.m. the plane struck the Atlantic Ocean. There were no survivors. The crash shocked the world. How could a modern jet, with experienced pilots and advanced technology, simply fall out of the sky? For nearly 2 years, the cause remained a mystery. The wreckage lay deep beneath the ocean. When the black boxes were finally recovered, the truth emerged. The crash was not caused by a single failure, but by a tragic chain of events. Temporary sensor icing, loss of reliable data, human confusion, and incorrect pilot responses. This accident changed aviation forever. Pilot training around the world was redesigned. Greater focus was placed on manual flying skills. Stall recovery procedures were rewritten. Technology was improved, but human understanding was given equal importance. Air France Flight 447 became a powerful lesson that even in the age of automation, human decision-making remains critical. The tragedy of Flight 447 reminds us that the sky demands respect, clarity, and constant learning. This was not just a plane crash, it was a warning, written in silence, above the dark waters of the Atlantic.